Okay, so I'm back. I will just go back into the game. I've actually made myself a little hole in that little walled up bit that I made because I realised I wasn't actually going to be able to tell when it was daylight again. And you can see the sun is coming back out. There's my crafting bench, which I had before. I've just pressed S, which has made me go backwards. And in the distance I can see a zombie there who's about to set on fire when the sun comes out. Now, I did realise, of course, after I stopped recording that I could have done something a bit more sensible, which was I've got enough wood here to place 6 wooden planks and make myself a door, which I would be able to see through, which would have solved this problem. So I'm going to place my door here in this doorway, and you can see now there's a door, so I can actually see that it is sunlight. And I'm just going to quickly, there's one more block here. When I was trying to clear that hole so that I could see when the light was coming, I sort of ended up aimlessly kind of bashing things trying to find the right wall because it was so dark I couldn't see. So don't learn from my mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, so there's a little zombie out the door here. He's just set on fire because of the sunlight. So when comes sunlight, these bad guys don't cope very well. However, one of the new innovations, they'll always close your door in case one of those comes in. One of the new changes that they've made to Minecraft is that these same creatures, look, and zombies died here as well. I'm going to pick up his rotten flesh because I can eat that if I'm desperate, and that was an egg that I just picked up as well. One of the new changes, as I was saying, is that skeletons particularly are quite smart, and they will go underneath trees now when it's sunlight and not die. So if you're in, for example, that jungle area I started in where there's lots of trees and therefore lots of shade, you might find that some of these creatures are still around even when it's daytime. So I'm just collecting myself a bit more wood because I'd turned all of my wood into wooden planks, and then remembered that I actually need wood to make charcoal. Now you can mine coal, which is what hopefully we will be doing, but initially you can actually create charcoal by, now I've got it, I get this wrong every time, so let's just have a look. Is it wooden planks on the bottom? There you go. So one wooden planks on the bottom and wood on the top is going to start burning me some charcoal. You see it's called charcoal. If I had mined it, it would just be called coal, but it would look exactly the same and serve the exact same purpose. So I'm just going to make a few of these. It's going to chew up my wood quite quickly, I think. So I wonder if, I'm just going to have a little experiment. I know that the saplings can also be used as a fuel source. I just can't remember if it's it can be used on the bottom. Let's have a look. Yep, it looks like it can. So I'll just use up saplings rather than wooden planks because, as you've seen, the wooden planks are quite useful. Okay, I've now got 5 charcoals. If I ever leave anything in there and walk away, in the furnace it will stay. In the crafting bench they'll just fall out if I haven't turned them into anything. If I place the charcoal here and some sticks underneath it, I can make torches. For every 1 piece of charcoal you make 4 torches. So in this case I've got 5 charcoals, I can make 20 torches. And there they are. I have preferred slots for things. I happen to always place my sword in 5, my torches in 4, my pick in 1. Usually I have a shovel in 2 and an axe in 3. And I will actually go ahead and make myself a stone axe. There we go, that was that recipe, 3 blocks that way. And I'm going to make myself a stone shovel because I haven't found any iron yet, which is a superior item to stone. But stone is reasonably good. I should be able to do something with stone. And then what I'm going to do is just place, by just right-clicking, a couple of torches into my little hidey hole that I can retreat back to if it gets dark and I get worried. And I'm just going to place a torch on the outside so I remember where it is. Now remember I said that the trees degrade. You can see there's only a few bits of wood left here, and I'm just going to pick up these saplings because once again I can actually use them as fuel as I did before. Okay, so let's go out and see what's going on out here. What I'd really like to do is find some iron because, oh, there's another egg. We'll pick that up. Thank you. Oh, and another one. As I said, there's so many chickens here. We're going to find eggs scattered around the place, and that's good because later I'll show you what we can do with eggs. We can make cakes, but that's a fair way off from where I currently am. Okay, so look, here are our chickens. I'm going to need some food sooner or later, so I'm going to get myself some chickens. Now, unfortunately, the reality of eating meat, there's no option but to kill them. So I've got my sword in my hand, and I'm going to left click on this chicken who's just waiting for his slaughter. Oh, poor chicken. And you can see that killed him. It dropped me a chicken. It also dropped me 2 feathers, which I can use later. Oh, there's another egg. Once I sort of have collected my initial survival food, I do tend to stop killing things where possible. I like to eat bread and things that you can get without. So I've now got 3 pieces of chicken. I've got 4 feathers, which will be good. If I go ahead now and kill 3 sheep, or enough sheep to collect myself 3 bales of wool, there's some more eggs. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I will actually be able to avoid going to that spawn point on the occasion of my death, because I can make myself a bed. And once you've slept in a bed, you're actually then, that's where you'll spawn. But to make a bed, I need 3 bales of hay and some wood, and I don't really want to kill the sheep because they don't drop any meat. So this poor cow here is now going to be killed by me because he will drop meat. There we go, there's some meat. Now every time I kill something, it actually gives me those little green balls that come out and shine are experience points. And you'll see that I've now got level 1 of experience. I might go and get some pig as well because the pork is quite useful as well. Come here, piggies. I'm sorry. I will not be slaughtering you indiscriminately once I'm a bit set up. So, well, now the biggest problem with pigs, apart from the fact they're very fast, and I managed to get 1 strike on this one, but nothing else, is, where did he go? Did I lose him? Did I kill him? Can't tell. Sorry, this tree is in my way. I shouldn't be using a sword to chop down leaves. My sons would be appalled because it is a bit of a waste of a sword. You can see that green line under the sword is disappearing because I'm using it. Oh, come back. Now, the problem with pigs, as I say, is... Oh, come on. There we go. They don't always drop meat, which is really frustrating because I particularly, as I say, I don't really like killing the animals except for survival purposes. And it seems like such a waste if I kill one and all I get is some experience, because I'd much rather kill monsters for experience because, you know, they're out to get me. Now, I've already forgotten where I set up my base. I think it's over here. Let's have a look. Is it in fact? Yes, there's my torch. So I might just go and chop down this tree here so I can make a bit more fuel and cook the meat that I've just collected. So I now have an axe, which is a much more efficient way of... Oops. Chopping something down than my hand, which I was using before. But the stone tools and the wooden tools, they just do deteriorate very quickly, so these things won't last terribly long for me. If you drop them and don't pick them up straight away, you just walk into them, that'll pick them up for you. I'm just going to collect a bit more wood, as I say. The most you can collect in a stack is 64 of something, except those eggs. The eggs are actually the exception to the rule. Eggs only stack in 16s for some reason. There's something else which does that too, and I can't think of what that is. Right, so I've come back home to my little hidey hole. I'm going to open up my furnace. I'm going to place the wood on the top. What I might do is half that wood. And let's try sticking the sapling in there again. Here we go, it is working. I might put these saplings in there as well. So the saplings are not a very good fuel source. When you collect coal, or if you make lots of this charcoal, that's a much better fuel source for starting your furnace with. But I'm trying to conserve it a bit because, you know, there's some things you can only do with coal. One of them is make the torches, and the other one, well, I can cook meat with these other things, but as you can see, the saplings got used up very quickly there. So I am going to have to put at least one of these wooden blocks in there. There we go. Oh, these little green spots, they're seeds. They came from when I accidentally knocked down the long grass trying to kill that pig, or possibly one of the chickens. And those seeds are actually quite useful because you can grow wheat with them, which can be used in various recipes for cooking things. But they can also be used, wheat can be used to tame animals, the farm animals, not the wild animals, which I'm sure we'll introduce you to soon. Alright, so I've now got charcoal. I'm going to pop it in my furnace as the fuel source, and I'm going to cook this meat. So there's my beef. That's going in for a nice cook. And the reason why I'm cooking it, if I was out on an adventure, I was starving and I killed a cow, I can eat this beef raw. But when you eat a beef raw, it will only replenish 1.5 meat pops. And the meat pops, if I just move away from my furnace for a sec, just down on the bottom there, that's on the right hand side of my what's called the hot bar. You can see it's shaking because one of them's empty at the moment. It's just warning me that I'm starting to get a bit hungry. 1.5 will be replaced by a raw piece of meat. However, the cooked meat will replace 3. So obviously the cooking your meat, if you've got time to do it, makes the meat more valuable. The other thing I can do if I'm hungry, and I'm going to do this just to demonstrate, you can only use things in your hotbar, so you do have to shift things around, is I can eat this rotten flesh. You eat by holding the item in your hand and then right clicking. Now you can see what's happened is all my meat pops have gone green, and there's green bubbles coming out of me, and the reason for that is I just ate rotten flesh, which is poisonous. However, if I press E again, you'll see there's a little sign here that says hunger with a timing on it. That's how long I'm going to be poisoned for. So while I'm in the safety of my little bunker, and I only had one of those little blocks empty, in fact I've got another block empty, so let's eat this last one. I can fill up my bar, wait until the poison wears off, and it's another way of feeding yourself if you're desperate. So I'll just cook my pork chop as well. And because there's only one of those, I'll just wait for this one to cook. But as I said, with the furnace, you can just walk away from a furnace. I might even leave that charcoal in there in case I need it for later. It will go out because it's not cooking anything. The flame will stay alive for a bit longer. However, if I place, say, these wooden planks in my crafting bench, but then I walk away from it, you'll see it just throws the wooden planks back at me. So I need to have done something with those items. Now I've got a lot of stone around here. The coal, which I mentioned, and iron, which is the other thing you mine, all of these mined items come from mines which are in this sort of stone. Now if I wanted to, I could make a mine here and now and just start digging down or across woods or something like that. Oh, there's a zombie right at my door. Look at that. He's just saying he wants to come in. But I've got a door, so he can't. However, I could put my sword in my hand, go up, open the door and start killing him, which I'm going to do just for the purposes of showing you. So basically I just waved my sword directly at him. This little cross, I just make sure that's on the thing you're trying to hit. And you can see it's actually, he did damage me a bit. He's taken some of my hunger away, and you can see that my hearts, that's how healthy I am. So the right hand side, the meat pops, is how hungry I am. The left hand side, the hearts, is how healthy I am. Eating the previous zombie flesh didn't really help, so I'm now going to eat this pork chop. And you can see that's filled up my meat pops, and because my meat pop bar is now full, my hearts are now replacing themselves. So you can see that that's how you survive. You have to eat, and unfortunately you do definitely have to kill things that are trying to kill you, and they may inflict damage on you. There are ways to avoid the damage. Now let me just have a look. When I killed this cow before, didn't drop any leather, but cows can also drop leather, and you can make yourself some armor out of leather, and armor will mean that you sustain less damage. Let's have a look. It's still pretty dark out there than if you're not wearing armor. The first stage of armor is leather. The second stage of armor goes straight to iron. So again, I haven't found any iron yet, so I can't make myself the stronger armor. But if I do kill another couple of cows just to get myself a bit more food, obviously that becomes an option. What I might do though, because I've been out in the world, is I haven't got enough of these. Hang on, just make myself some more wood. If you remember how I made the furnace? If you do the same thing with wood, you actually make yourself a little chest. And the reason why I'm going to make myself a little chest is I'm going to stick that up here. I can't stick that up there. What am I thinking? You need to have enough space above it for it to open, so I'll stick that here instead. What was it, number 6? Okay, now here's somewhere else I can put things and leave them there. So I'm not going to take my rotten zombie flesh with me. Don't really need these 20 pieces of dirt, but I might need them later. I'll save the seeds for later. And I'm going to store those eggs, because as I said, they don't stack very high. They only stack as high as 16. And so if I pick up another 6 eggs, I'm going to already have a full stack. So I may as well put those away. And I'll put the feathers away for the moment too, because this leaves me more room in here to collect things when it gets light and I go back outside and collect things. Now, as I said, I can actually always just investigate what is further through this wall. And the first thing I discover here through this wall is we've got 2 more stones there. That's stone. But that stuff is not stone, that is gravel. And I'm particularly not fond of gravel. Gravel and dirt and sand can all be removed with a shovel rather than a pick. So I'm just doing this. The good thing here is that there's not gravel directly above, because if there was gravel directly above, and this works with sand as well, it's just a rule with sand as well, is it will just fall. It doesn't actually, it obeys normal gravity. Now I've made myself another little hollow here, but I haven't actually found any further stuff. Maybe I'll make this into my bedroom area by clearing it out a bit more, and that way, see, that was what I meant by the gravity. I removed the stone from underneath that gravel and it just fell down. Whereas if I remove the stone from underneath stone, the second stone will stay up. So gravel obeys gravity. I'll demonstrate again. There it goes, falls down. But the stone does not. So I'm just clearing out this area, not really for any other reason than A, to demonstrate that this is what you can do. And I'm lighting it up because any area you leave unlit that gets big enough, which of course by doing this I'm sort of making it big enough, monsters can actually spawn in themselves. Now I just was looking up there to make sure that that gravel didn't fall and leave a hole in my ceiling, because monsters can then perhaps come and visit me that way too. Although not all monsters can make it through. Now let me just see. Okay, I just wanted to make sure if I knocked that block out I wasn't immediately destroying my torch, which would just fall down. I could pick it up again, but I just wanted to make sure. So here you go. I've now sort of, actually I'm going to drop this torch. I'll show you what I mean. There you go. Because I've destroyed the block the torch was on. The torch is there, but I've picked it up again. I'm just clearing out, because a lot of people when they play Minecraft become a bit OCD and, you know, decide they have to even things up and make things neat, which is, you know, harmless, and it does demonstrate again. So here I'm just clearing the space out. So really this has just become a little cave room that I can hide in while it's dark until I am a little bit more set up. But this corner's a bit dark, so I'll light that corner up and pick up all these blocks because I can maybe use them. And because I've now got quite a few blocks, I might place these blocks here, and I'm placing the gravel in there. Gravel's not particularly useful. Some people like the look of gravel. I don't particularly like. I don't like gravel full stop, actually, to be perfectly honest. Oh, you know what I should have done? I've got a dirt ceiling here, so I'm going to fetch my dirt back. Oh, there's some more dirt. I'm actually going to fill in this ceiling where the gravel fell down with more dirt, just so that it's the same. Again, as I say, OCD. Right. Another interesting thing that will happen as I clear out more of this gravel, this shovel will not last particularly long, and I'm making this quite big now because there's so much gravel and I don't particularly like it, so I'm just clearing it away. Oh my goodness me, it's everywhere. You'll notice that some little things that look a bit like the coals that I made before have fallen down. When they've come out of gravel, they're not coal. They are actually, and again, I'm just going to fill up the ceiling as I did before with dirt. Is that all of them, or have I left one? No, that's good, isn't it? That's right. Yep. They were not, in fact, coal or charcoal. They were flint, and I'll demonstrate that in a sec. I just have to light up this area so I don't make this area danger prone. I don't think I need to make this any bigger, and there's obviously not any iron or anything hiding away in here. So that was flint. When you hold your mouse over something, it'll tell you what it is. That's flint. I'll put this cobblestone with my other cobblestone, and I'll put this gravel with my other gravel. You can see these are stacking up quite high. I've got 50. Once I hit 64, I'll have to make a new stack because it only holds up to 64. But we've now got daylight again, so let's go out. Oh, we've got some zombies on fire. And we got this guy. Oh, go away, go away, go away, go away, go. Oh, okay, that was a creeper. And he just... Whoa! I should have my sword in my hand. He's a spider. He's not attacking me suddenly. Possibly because of the daylight. There we go. I got him. Okay, so creepers, they're a monster that you know, if you agitate them, they blow up, and you know they make these big holes. Sometimes that's actually useful. You can use them to blow up other things. So if I had sort of led that creeper towards a spider, I could have possibly eliminated the spider by agitating the creeper into blowing up. Creepers are the, you know, they're the horrible ones, because you can spend hours building yourself a beautiful home or something, which, you know, my hole in the wall is not a beautiful home, it's just somewhere to be for the moment. Sorry, I'm just filling this hole in because I don't like having these weird irregular shapes as caused by creepers. I might, how much more have I got? 10? I can actually fill this whole area. Oh no, not it's not 10. So I'll just fill in some of it. I might just fill it in until I run out. There we go. I could always even this off and collect some more. I could go back into my house and get more, but I want to show you a couple more things before I go to my next shoot. So we still haven't found any iron, so I'm still looking for a nice looking cave or something naturally occurring one rather than the one I just made for myself. I keep coming towards these water holes because they quite often look like that, the caves. But I'm just trying to find now. See these guys in here, the little black guys? They're squid. Squid, you know, you can level up using squid just by killing them because they're completely peaceful and they really won't do anything to you. Again, I don't like to do that because the only thing you get from killing a squid is black ink. So if I need to dye things black later, then I might kill squid. I'm not going to kill squid just for the sake of it. So I'm just going over this terrain, and I really hope I remember where I came from. That's what I was looking for. So as I said, you get these naturally occurring caves, bits of stone on the ground like this, and this is where you might find coal, and you normally would see it in the walls, which I'm not seeing any of here, or iron. So it's now time to do some actual mining. This hole down here looks the most promising. I've only got 12. Oh, okay. Here we go. Let's just stick a torch up here so I can see what's going on. Even though it's daytime, monsters may well come out of there because it's dark enough for them to exist in. But this is what I was looking for before. That's coal. There's another piece there. Take that. And I'm just going to collect some of it so that I can at least make some more torches for myself. And just look around. Oh, yep, there's a bit more in this side here. So this is it. This is mining. Mining and crafting. Whoop, that is basically all this game is about, which sounds like it could be terribly boring, but it's highly addictive, and the possibilities of what you can do if you're a creative person in this game are really remarkable. And this is why, as I say, I think it is a great game for kids to play. It's not about who's got the fastest car. It's not about, you know, who has killed the most people. It's about using your ingenuity, investigation, trial and error, patience. You can see I'm going quite into this little mine area, and I'm really worried that, you know, a monster's going to pop out at any minute. And here's a bit of a deep, dark hole. Oh, it seems to stop here. Alright, no iron in here. Iron where that coal had the little black dots, and that told me I was near coal. Iron has little gold dots on the wall. Anyway, I'll come out of this cave because I've demonstrated at least what a cave is. And now I have to try and remember where on earth I put that house of mine, because I can't remember. Ooh, more cavey things. So probably not around here, because I would have noticed the caves, you'd have to imagine. Oh dear. I may already have lost my first house. These things happen. I'm a bit concerned about how dark it is. Oh, I've got no torches. Now, torches are one of the few things you can make before you have with the 4 blocks. Just make myself quite a few of them, but I do want to leave myself a bit of coal since it's the only coal I've found so far. Let's have a little light up. Oh, don't want to go down there just yet until I work out where on earth home is, because I haven't made a bed yet, which means if I get killed, I'm back in the jungle, which may be easier to find home. I need to do something to help myself find home. So let's try and find it again for a start. Oh, there's caves everywhere now. So one of the things you'll find if you follow me through any of my Minecraft stuff is I've got a shocking sense of direction. Okay, we seem to have lots of flatlands, some desert land, some beach, got lots of sheep, but that is, whoa! You see, when I fell down, I actually sustained some damage. It's taken off half a heart, but because my hunger bar was full, I may as well pick up these eggs while I'm here. Because my hunger bar was full, it's replaced itself immediately. Okay, so these trees were around, and I could see jungle as well from where my home was. So let's just see if we can find it again. Oh, wow, okay, we've got another biome just off in the distance over there. I'll see if I can get it elevated enough to show you. Over there you can see there's snow on the top of those trees. So there's a snow biome as well, which is interesting because it means I've actually managed to find a spot, which is not a bad spot to find, which is basically between a bunch of different terrains or biomes in Minecraft. Oh dear, I seem to be lost. Right, well, this is not... here we go. If I can see jungle, I must be somewhere close by. I'm just looking for a bit of an open field area. There's a couple of ponds, and I did put a torch up, so hopefully it's somewhere around here. I can't believe how lost I got so quickly. But you can see I've made myself somewhere to hide. It's no good if I can't find it. Is it somewhere? This is looking more familiar, but at the same time it's not the right spot. Oh, there we go. There's my little house. Run away, run home, run home. What I'm going to do is a little tactic that quite a few Minecrafters use. I'm just going to hop inside. I'm going to grab the rest of that dirt that I put away. No, I didn't put away, so cobble will do. It just needs to be something I can... I'll just put those grass seeds there. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. This is like making a beacon, because clearly I'm very good at getting lost. I'm going to find myself a high spot. Oops. Oh gosh, sorry about my bad jumping here. You can actually do all sorts of parkour once you get good at it, but today for some reason I'm very spazzy. Okay, so directly above my door I am going to put down 2 pieces of cobblestone, and I'm going to place one and then jump on one and then turn around, place one, jump on one, place one, jump on one, place one, jump on one, place one, jump on. I'm going to just build as high as I can get, and I'll explain why I'm placing 2 in a sec. Whoops. As high as I can get with this coral until it runs out. And the reason I'm doing this is that I'll be able to see this structure that I'm making from a distance next time I'm lost and know that that's where I'm supposed to be. Also, look, I can see what is around me from up here, and wow, pretty amazing. I've got some jungle over there, those trees with the bits hanging down. I've got some normal trees. I did see some snow biome before, so okay, maybe this is high enough, I don't know. Now, whoa! I'm dead. I'm dead. Okay. The idea of building the 2 things there was that by building 2, I could have just mined down the blocks and come back down to the ground safely, but instead I fell off. So as I said, when I respawn, I'm going to find myself back in the middle of the jungle again because I haven't built myself a bed yet. So I will, I'm going to turn off the recording now and I'll turn it back on again and show you the respawn. No, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, I have to go back to respawn. Here we go. So I'm back to where I started, and I'm just going to save and quit, and I will make another one from that respawn point.